Heyo everyone, it's AJ, and oh fuck, I fucked it alright. I wanted to say it's Monday. It's not Monday. Why did I do this to myself? Heyo everyone, it's AJ, and today isn't Monday. So you know what that doesn't mean. It's not Manga Monday. Oh, because I am not waiting until Monday to post about this. My fuck. No, we have the newest chapter of Bungo Stray Dogs for the new year, that is 2023. We have chapter 105, and we need to talk about it now. I've just decided I'm not going to wait till Mondays anymore. So, let's talk about the goods that came in this very, very teeny little package, because is this like the teeniest chapter we've ever received? I actually don't know, but it definitely feels like it, because it's like, what, like 8 pages? If you exclude like the colour pages and whatnot, yeah, it's like 8 pages. But anyway, within those 8 pages is the goods, and well, obviously, do we get a resolve for chapter 104, sorry? No, do we? Fuck. Like, cliffhanger? Nah, let's just go somewhere else, because why would we want to resolve that? Let's just leave, because that what in the, like, the balance of, is he alive, or is the sword really just killed him? Oh, but anyway, we start off the chapter with Atsushi, which I wasn't actually surprised, given the fact that he appeared, like, in the previous chapter, and looking very, very, like, distraught, and I'm like, yep, that's a mood. This series is just, yeah, Atsushi's a mood for that chapter. Oh, so, basically, Atsushi, after hearing what the real purpose of, like, the Decay of Angels is, he's very, very conflicted about what on earth he has to do. So, basically, we start off with his, like, emotional turmoil of deciding, does he actually leave the room that Teruko is actually left open for him? Because she's just like in the last chapter, just like, hey, I'm just going to open this door. See if you want to. I'll let you leave. But I highly recommend you don't. So, Ashishi's like kind of thinking this through, thinking, I don't know what to do. It can't be left on me to make a decision about this. And then he basically starts like somewhat hallucinating like the other agency members talking to him, because he's like, right, I need to talk to them about it. And like Rambo's just like, so Rambo's like first is like, why can't you figure this out? It's very simple. And then like Kurakira's being like, well, failure's like not an option, like, so like we can't like do that. And then there's like Koka, and then she's just like, well, he doesn't need to do anything. So we're already getting very conflicted points. Like, so obviously she's just like, well, you don't know what to do, so you don't need to do anything. It's like, that's not the point. And then, right, so he's like hearing them and like, well, obviously hallucinating them to try and like get through his like mental process of what he's just like been told. And then Fitzgerald appears. I'm just like, wait, what? I'm like, actually she's best buddy, Fitzgerald. Although apparently like he's been like nice, being like no one expects like anything from him, but I don't know if that is like an insulting way or in a caring way, because it's like, oh, no one expects you to like handle this, or like you think people are going to expect you to handle this. It's like, the thing is, I don't know if it's Gerald. It could be both. That's the worst. Oh, but then, just to like make things even better for his little mini hallucinations and whatnot, he thinks of Akutagawa, and it's obviously it hurts because you're just looking at him as like, oh, he's not a little vampire. And he's obviously, because the last time Atsushi saw him, he was very fucking dead. So yeah, so to see him all normal and obviously still dying in his own way. But yeah, basically, like, Atagawa is like just straight to the point. Just goes like, hey, just like look out there. It's just like, you think, oh, he's going to say something deep because it's him and Atsushi, like, obviously them two bickering and shit, and obviously they're like mini Sakoko and whatnot, and it's just like, just look at the door. And lo and behold, who is at the door that Teruko has opened? It's Dazai. Got to have that one last hallucination, and it's got to be Dazai, isn't it? And Dazai just doesn't say anything. He is literally just pointing at the door himself with the like the most serious expression, being like, "Get the fuck out, bitch! Why are you still in this room?" Like, damn, boy. Obviously, like, Dazai just became like his main kind of hallucination to like kind of get him through things, like throughout this whole arc. Like, he's appeared like so many times, like in like Lucy's room and everything like that, just to try and like comfort him in ways. But yeah, just the fact that he's just standing there in the most serious face, and it's just like, out the room and get the fuck out. So yeah, basically Atsushi just takes that advice. He just starts to walk out the room, despite saying like he doesn't know what he's going to do. He doesn't know what the right thing to do is, but sitting around and doing nothing is definitely not the right thing to do. Like, good. Good, Atsushi. Don't want you like stuck in the corner just breaking down. At least like you're trying to be proactive and trying to help for whatever it is. Because obviously us, the reader, still don't know what the whole DOA plan is. Like, apart from like tearing our hearts apart. Oh, so he starts to leave the room, and Teruko's like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Like, she keeps telling him, like, you shouldn't leave, like, you should just stay here. It's safer if you stay here, because obviously she knows right now that Fukuji is basically just being the dick that he is, and like, well, I don't know obviously if she knows that like he's somewhat killed Fukuzawa, because obviously Atsushi's like, right, I need to get to Fukuzawa, and well, she knows that obviously Fukuji is there, so it's not the smartest idea. Like, she has a general idea. Sorry, there's a fly in my room, and I'm just like, what the fuck? But yeah, so she obviously knows that's the worst idea, but he's gonna do it anyway. So he goes out the room, and then there's like two vampire guards, and then they're just like, wait, what? And then like almost go to get him, and then Teruko just goes, nah, just leave him. But she actually genuinely looks quite sad. Like, see that last panel of her before it like swaps into the next scene? She genuinely looks kind of like concerned, and it's just like, oh. It's like, I'm slightly warming up to Teruko now more, because obviously she seems to know that like Fukuji's a dick, and I appreciate anyone who thinks that. Well, she understands a bit better. I think obviously she still really likes Fukuji, but like she obviously understands that he's on the wrong side, and there's only so much that she is willing to do to try and do it for the good. So technically, by letting Atsushi just live and leave, she's actually doing good. So yeah, well, we'll see whatever comes from that. But I'm hoping that Fukuji doesn't just go and kill her just because that happens, because that would be an absolute sin. But it's probably going to happen because he's a dick. But anyway, speaking of dicks, let's go to the prison. We're back at the prison after what, like 8 months? 8 months where we had that fucking cliffhanger of chapter 101. Also, it sounds very sad when you say that it's been 8 months and yet we're at chapter 105 and that chapter was 101. What the fuck? We have way too many half chapters. But anyway, that's all we can do, so what can you do about it? So we get to our lovely little prison and we have like 2 pages. 2 pages at the prison, and one of them is spent with Dazai and Sigma doing rock, paper, scissors. There is people drowning. There is like Chuuya and Fyodor are drowning. But no, this is the perfect opportunity to do rock, paper, scissors. What? Like, Dazai, I swear, to fuck, I know this was your idea. But Sigma, I know you're free, but still, why did you go along with it? The fact that, like, Sigma gets annoyed at the fact that he can't win against Dazai is, first of all, like, adorable, but also, like, I want to slap you in the face right now despite how much I love you, because Chuuya is literally drowning. And yous are playing rock, paper, scissors, and we don't know how many fucking rounds you've done, and that room just goes rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And you lose every single time. Like, we don't even get to see, like, Chuuya or Fyodor. They don't even talk about it. They just talk about how, like, Dazai isn't, like, just the master of just manipulating things. That's basically what came from that. Because he's like, oh, I can tell what you're going to pick just by the tensions in your arm. And he's like, oh yeah, also I can plant in your head what I'm going to do, or you think what I'm going to do, so I'll do the opposite, so I'll win anyway. It's like, Dazai! Also, I love, like, Sigma's comment of, like, he's so grateful that, like, Dazai doesn't go to his casino. Because obviously Dazai would just, like, wipe all the money away, just walk in and be like, right, I'm gonna win this match and this match and this match and this match. Just like, woohoo, rich money. See, that's the thing, like, Dazai could easily just do that. If he was so, like, strapped for cash, he just could just do that. Yeah, he doesn't. He can't be fucked with that. Oh god. But yeah, so Dazai is explaining how, like, it's all techniques and everything like that. And, like, he's not superhuman in what he does. Like, basically he's saying, like, nobody is. Like, nobody is above being human. Despite there's technically somebody drowning with a god inside them. But anyway, apparently they're above being human. It's like, oh yes, a person is literally possessed by a god, essentially. That's the best way to say it. And, yeah... but he's just human. He's not special in any way. But yeah, it's just that's the fact that that's how Dazai thinks and whatnot. And also it's just like, oh yeah, everything's just a trick. And I swear to fuck, right? Because of this little bit. And he's like, oh, because making a whole point in the fact that he can predict things, right? And how he's worked his mind to make sure that that works in his favour. And he's like, everything's just a trick. And I was like, see the fucking drowning me? It better be a fucking trick. Because Dazai, I swear, if Chuuya fucking dies of this trick, I'm going to fucking murder you. Like, I love you, despite you're a horrific person in ways, but I love you. And I swear, I love Chuuya more than you, so get to grip. This trick better save Chuuya. And if it doesn't, we're going to have words. So, yeah, that is, like, how this chapter ends. Like, Sigma just looking at Dazai being like, what do you mean, like, nobody's, like, above being human and whatnot? It's like, no, there's, like, no superhumans and whatnot. And, like, that is the end of this wee tiny chapter. But we got, like, so much from, like, the teeniest amount that we got. Like, I'm actually quite happy how that started for the year, but I'm also really annoyed. We went back to the prison after so long and we never got to see any of Chuuya or Fyodor. Like, come on, they're fucking drowning! And you're too busy playing rock, paper, scissors. I will not get over that. Do I love their little, like, friendship and whatnot? Yes, I love their witty banter that this prison death game has brought about. However, I do not appreciate that in this moment of time. I need Chuuya. And I bet you we're not probably going to get any resolve about that until probably a year into the, like, anniversary of that happening. So May or April. Like, fuck that. But yeah, so there we go. There is the chapter for this month and starting off our new year. Were you disappointed at the fact that it's only like so like little like so many little pages and whatnot? Like, these half chapters are obviously like killer, but at least we gained something from them. Like, it's also quite funny, I just want to talk this out. Like, so I saw a TikTok, right, and it was a guy complaining that for a weekly manga, right, they only got like 10 pages. Right? And it was just people like complaining, just being like, mate, you would not survive in like the Bungo fandom. It's like, mate, we get that a month. And you're complaining about 10 pages like for 1 week during like the festive season, mind you. So it's like, yeah, can people also have like time off themselves as well? But no, somebody complaining for like, they got 10 pages for a weekly, and there's all these comments of all these fandoms being like, mate, you would not survive in like the Bungo fandom, the Top of Hanako-kun fandom and everything like that. And it's like, Given gets updated like every 3 months for like the same amount of pages. It's like, you just cannot handle like anything above weekly releases. And honestly, that is just a mood. Like, the fact that we could deal with this and just be like happy, but like, oh, we got this. And then there's people who can't handle like a short chapter for weekly, and it's just like, oh, we're built differently. Oh, but yeah, anyway, let me know your wee thoughts down below in your wee comments. Like, are you excited that we're going back to the prison? Because, yes. Or do you think that's just a one-off and we're just going to follow Atsushi again? Because honestly, I would not be surprised. It's just like, here's this little tease. It's like, hey, look, the prison's still a thing. And it's like, but let's go back to Atsushi, because Atsushi's left and he's on a journey now. So he's now starting a new arc. So let's just follow him. Honestly, would not be surprised. But yeah, so anyway, so obviously this is now taken away from Manga Mondays. I'm just posting these when I want to now, because frankly I want to talk about this so much sooner than waiting until Monday, because obviously this came out Tuesday. The chapter came out on that Tuesday. I don't want to wait till next week. I don't think you want to wait till next week. Let's talk about it now. Although now will not be Tuesday, but like I'm recording this on a Tuesday, but it's Tuesday night because I just woke up a couple of hours ago because of night shift. Yay! But anyway, I'm going to stop blabbering. So yeah, so anyway, until next time, I'm AJ and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!